Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. As Anglia Ruskin's Academic Registrar, it is both my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to Chelmsford Cathedral for this evening's Anglia Ruskin graduation ceremony. We've all gathered here today to celebrate the success of the class of 2019. Graduation ceremonies follow a tradition from the 15th century, and it is a tradition that has evolved since. Roughly translated, graduation means taking a step. And graduation symbolises the move of the former student, now called a graduand, into a new role in society as a graduate, where they will use the skills and talents developed during their studies to contribute to the future advancement of society. Each graduand will cross the stage and shake hands with the Deputy Vice-Chancellor to symbolise their transition to this new role. We will applaud them for their success so far, but also in anticipation of the contribution we expect them to make to society in the future. At the conclusion of our ceremony, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor will formally admit all new graduates to the community of scholars, and as members of that community, as the academic procession leaves the stage, the new graduates will join the procession, and that will bring our ceremony to a close. So, with the introductions now over, we can now move to our formal business. I hereby declare the ceremony to be in session, and I call upon the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Yvonne Burnett, to address you all. Vice-Chancellor.
Distinguished guests, graduates, family and friends, colleagues, as Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Anglia Ruskin University, it is my very great pleasure to join you today at your graduation ceremony. Firstly, to all of those graduating today, my congratulations on reaching this milestone and graduating from your chosen course. Today is a day of great celebration. It is an opportunity for each of you to take stock, reflect and celebrate your achievements, but also to look forward to the exciting careers that stretch out in front of you. And whatever career you enter, you are the future. You now have the opportunity, the responsibility to embrace and promote change, to implement new ideas and new ways of working. The passion, energy and commitment that led you to undertake your ARU degree and gave you the strength and resilience to succeed in that task can now be applied to building your careers and realising your aspirations. Whether your future lies in education, health, social care, business, law, science, technology or the arts, with your passion and your expertise, you really can now make a difference, helping society address the challenges that we all face, nationally and indeed globally. And we will have succeeded in our task if we have helped you develop the skills, confidence and determination to influence and lead your professions, to promote change and achieve your ambitions. As well as serving our students, we at ARU are fully committed to serving our region and the communities in which we are based. Economic development, social inclusion, business support, tackling health inequalities, these are all fundamentally important elements of our mission. Transforming lives through innovative, inclusive and entrepreneurial education and research. And our reach extends well beyond the eastern regions in which we are based. We are a genuinely global community of students and researchers. We attract students from over 170 countries, and they flourish with us because they find a second home with us. And our researchers too have worldwide reach and impact. Our Vision and Eye Research Institute, for example, is leading life-changing research into the avoidance and management of diabetic retinopathy across South Asia. And colleagues in our Medical Technology Research Centre have recently won funding to develop accurate and affordable wearable technology to monitor the respiratory rates of newborn infants in refugee camps. So in our research, as in our education, we are having a real, tangible impact on people's lives, and that is something for which we can all be proud. The last academic year has been a very successful one for ARU. We opened our new School of Medicine in Essex, opened law clinics in Cambridge and Chelmsford, became the UK's second largest university provider of degree-level apprenticeships. We're named one of the top 150 universities in the world for health education, and were chosen to host the 2020 British Science Festival. Our researchers have won grants from world-class funders, including the European Research Council, the Leverhulme Trust, Alzheimer's Society, the Medical Research Council. And awards, including a Churchill Fellowship, an OBE, and a BAFTA nomination. And our students too have won innumerable prizes, including the Victoria and Albert Illustration Award, Royal Television Society Award, and the Chartered Management Institute's Apprentice of the Year. But above all, we define our success as a university by the positive impact we have on the lives of our students and the communities we serve. And for us to succeed, we will need your support as our newest alumni, because the support we receive from our alumni and our friend really does matter, adding value to the education we provide our students and supporting our researchers to continue to push boundaries. So please help us build links with your networks and your professions and spread the word about this great university, your university. Before I close, I would like to pay special tribute to your families and friends who have provided you with their constant support throughout your education. You and we owe them our sincere gratitude. I would also like to acknowledge and thank my colleagues, the staff right across ARU, for their tireless commitment and professionalism and their profound contribution to all aspects of your courses. So once again, my warm congratulations to you all. I do hope you enjoy your day. I wish you well wherever your ARU degree takes you, and please do stay in touch. ARU is your university for life, and our success and your success are inextricably linked. Thank you.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, thank you. So now we move to our main business for today's ceremony, the presentation of those receiving awards. And I call upon Senior Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Dean of Faculty, Professor Ruth Taylor, to come to the podium to present to the Deputy Vice-Chancellor graduates from the Faculty of Health, Education, Medicine and Social Care. Professor Taylor.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present to you graduates from the Faculty of Health, Education, Medicine and Social Care. For the award of Foundation Degree in the Arts, Early Years Playwork and Education, Molly Jane Easton. Carrie Hearn. Andrew Lincoln. Francis Drader Louise Whitmore. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Early Childhood Professional Studies, Mark Lewis Noakes. Margaret Okello. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Early Childhood Studies, Georgia Page Betts. Abigail Jordan Carr. Karen Ruth Clark. Nicole Clark. Megan Anastasia Connor. Roxy Davis. Hannah Louise Dillon Gamble. Molly Dignan. Lindsay Ann Eden Laxton. Emily Louise Evans. Amber Ferridge. Elizabeth Rosetta Gladwell. Sophie Jane Hudson Wallace. Tanzina Islam. Emily Jade Jenkins. Alice Kerry. Yetunde M. Lawal. Also receiving the Adams Award, Lorraine Ann Lech. Nadia J. Mersey. Madeline Amy Monroe. Samantha Nash. Elizabeth Olu. Joelle Omba. Rachel Page. Yvette Piper. Nicola Ann Plain. Lucy May Robin. Sophie Samura. Rebecca Jane Simmons. Katie Sheila Ann Smith. Abigail Claire Spooner. Sophie Stack. Shannon Stevely. Emily Treen. Marie Karen Valerie Viapuri. Lily Warren. Charlotte Wheatland. Emma Rose Wilson. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Education and Childhood Studies, Boseda Ulukemi Adewume. Nadia Ramadan Ahmet. Yaron Ataseva. Montana Bastock. Hannah Bennett. Nathan Bevan. Amy Bobin. Madison Butler. Sasha Clark. Rebecca Coston. Demetria Louise Creasy. Jessica Cummins. Demi Edhouse. Karim El Badri. Lacey Harrington. Rebecca Highfield. Alexandra Hode. Taylor Hogan. Lauren Hume. Melissa Jarvis. Lucy Ann Johnson. Jessica Sarah Knightsbridge. Millicent Amponza Korang. Amy Jane Laker. Charlotte Long. Alice Lucas. Charlotte Mayo. Claudia Namiotko. Louise Newley. Zoe Rhodes. Molly Rogers. Carly Sylvan Grant. Carla Tams. Sophie Watts. Tommy Weaver. Alana Nicole Wilshire. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, General Education and Childhood Studies, Zelal Yener. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, that partially completes the list of graduates for me to present to you today.
Professor Taylor, thank you. We have many distinguished academic staff at ARU, and I should now like to ask one of them, Dr. Nicola Walsh, to come to the podium to offer a few words of reflection. Dr. Walsh.
Good evening, graduands. The word graduate comes from the Latin word gradus, which means a step climbed. At its simplest, in sitting here today, you have figuratively climbed a step. The notion of climbing in this metaphor suggests an element of challenge, something not achieved easily, something which has required substantial effort. Getting to this point today has not been easy. It has required considerable effort on your part. Within your courses, you have faced and addressed a daunting academic and practical workload, no doubt sacrificing family and social time to meet these demands. You have all had to confront unexpected and unfamiliar situations and overcome difficulties that at times may have seemed insurmountable barriers to achieving your goals. Some of you have had the additional challenge of practice. It is a privilege working with supervisors, mentors, and professional experts who are role models of excellent practice. Yet being in practice itself presents additional challenges. But whatever the struggles you have overcome them, and that is what makes your graduation, your step climbed, special and valuable. And as I stand here today, I see a particularly inspirational group of graduates. You have made this climb not just for your own sake, but in search of being able to support others to do the same themselves. Through the study of education, you have committed yourselves to helping other people take their own steps forward on their challenging journeys. Sally Mayer is an author and parent. She frequently writes from the perspective of her child with autism,
and I want to share part of one of her poems with you today. I'm going on a journey. I'm going on a journey. Won't you come along? I need someone to help me, a person, big and strong. At times when I can't keep up with life and all its fears, can you put me on your shoulders and wipe away the tears? When the steps I take are not big enough and it's hard for me to grow, I know I can depend on you to let me take it slow. I'm going on a journey. Please, won't you walk with me? I need someone who understands the place where I should be. To me, Mayor's words clearly articulate the role you have chosen to take through your courses here. You will understand, you will guide, you will walk alongside, and you will support the children and the vulnerable in your care. Mahatma Gandhi said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. As their teacher, their early years professional, their support worker, or their guide, you will support children on their own climb, and in doing so, continue to successfully negotiate yours. There's a famous rock climber and author, Conrad Anker, who has successfully reached the summit of all the world's major mountains, for example, the Vinson Massif in Antarctica, Everest several times. Anker says, the summit is what drives us, but it is the climb itself that matters. For those in education, the challenges can be hard. You may not always reach the summit with the people in your care, but it is the climb that matters. Always believe in yourself and in your abilities. When times are tough and the climb is hard, remember this moment today and how far you have already come. I would also urge you to travel this path because you love it, not because somebody has told you to do it. The philosophers of the ancient world said that when a person is intently focused on work because of their passion for it, then their mind is joined with the mind of the stars. I believe that the ancients were right. It all begins and ends with passion. When times are tough and the climb seems too much, passion is what keeps us putting one foot in front of the other. In our professions, it's a shared passion for making the world a bit better around us that keeps us on our journey. Don't ever lose that. I consider it a great privilege to be with you here today. Thank you for giving me the honour of your attention. I wish you every success as you continue your journey. May you have some downhill free wheels to give you the energy and momentum to approach your next mountain. Thank you.
Dr. Walsh, thank you. We now continue with our main business, the presentation of those receiving awards. And once again, I call upon Senior Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Dean of Faculty, Professor Ruth Taylor, to return to the podium to continue to present to the Deputy Vice-Chancellor graduates from the Faculty of Health, Education, Medicine and Social Care. Professor Taylor.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to continue the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Health, Education, Medicine and Social Care. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Education Studies, Alison Aspinall. Becky Booty. James Brown. Judith Cordingley. Ella Curl. Charlotte Davis. Katie Griffiths. Ayla Hassan. Ella Lynch. Sian Masson. Chelsea Wakefield. Ben Wingrove. Jack Wood. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Primary Education Studies, Eram Anisa Abubaker. Tamsin Amos. Nicola Lee Baker. Emily Berger. Emily Buckingham. Isabel Katie Chandler. Natalie Cox. Benjamin Craddock. Chanel Edaliri. Molly Elliott. Ashley Victoria Enville. Emily Ann Flynn. Chloe Jane Gammon. Amy Louise Gribbin. Tarry Griffiths. Amy Gullen. Jade Harmon. Holly Joanne Horrocks. Jessica Hurrell. Lauren Johnson. Shanice Kemal. Joshua Lamb. Molly Lucas Williams. Jessica Lydon. Jessica Ann Mason. Sophia Mitchell. Marissa Parmenter. Gemma Parrott. Georgia Pike. Lauren Olivia Price. Mary Ella Reeve. Chloe Rogers. Chloe Ann Seal. Christy Lee Snooks. Amy Sussex. Zara Elizabeth Taylor. Katie Varney. Colette Whittington. Ella Wiggins. Millie Wignall. Verity Wolfe. For the award of Master of Arts Early Childhood Education, Georgina Joanne Byrne. Louisa Priscilla Ezemar. Jackie Smith. For the award of Master of Arts Special Educational Needs and Disability, Priska Zeshua Kafu. Margaret Nyaguthii Mungai. Mercy Moronke Olawepo. For the award of Postgraduate Diploma Student Affairs in Higher Education, Sarah Gallagher. For the award of Master of Arts Education, Folu Bolaji Ajiboye. Kiara Autenreith. Samantha Batson. Aileen Bowlig. Jennifer Louise Ball. Kristen Deinert. Lena Gabach. Juliana Hilf. Tamsin Ann Little. Fraser David Martin Luther Yarwood. Sarah Sarkodie Addo. Maria Sobia. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, that completes the list of graduands for me to present to you today.
Professor Taylor, thank you. Congratulations, graduates. Very well done to you all. Now, there will have been a number of graduands with whom you studied who, for one reason or another, are unable to attend this evening's ceremony. So will you join me in acknowledging their success in their absence? We are now nearing the end of our ceremony, but first I should like to ask one of our wonderful new graduates, Erin Baker, to come to the podium to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of all of those receiving awards today. Erin.
Thank you. Hello and good evening, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates. It is my pleasure to offer the vote of thanks today on behalf of all the students graduating at this ceremony. I'd like to start this speech with a number, 1,322. That is the average amount of hours a student spends studying and attending lectures. The other couple hundred hours are spent, I won't even lie, binging on Netflix. 1,322 hours is a long time. It's 1,322 hours worth of hopes, dreams, ambitions, and relentless perseverance to get closer to our goals. And here we are. We stand before you all, our close friends, family, distinguished guests, having achieved what we set out to achieve 3 years ago. This, however, would not have been possible without the amazing team we had behind us. The senior staff, the lecturers, the guest speakers, the librarians who let us sneak food into the library. We're all part of our success here this evening. So a special thank you to all of those involved in providing us with constant support via email or Oreo. It is appreciated alike. In fact, it was Albert Einstein that once said, "I do not teach my students, I simply provide the environment for them to learn in." With that in mind, to the staff of Anglia Ruskin, thank you for providing us with an environment not only to learn in, but to thrive in, to triumph in, and to prosper in. As we embark on this new and exciting journey in our lives, it is important to remember the words of Shakespeare. Be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and others have greatness thrust upon them. Our greatness has been achieved here tonight with the number 1,322, and as graduates, we now move forward. We expand our horizons, broaden our choices, create new goals, think new thoughts, build better habits, learn and live more. All that matters is that we decide today, together, and never look back. Congratulations to the class of 2019. We did it. Thank you.
Erin, thank you, and very well done. I should now like to call for one final time on the Deputy Vice-Chancellor to address the new graduates. Deputy Vice-Chancellor.
And now will all of those who have been presented to me here on stage please stand. As Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Anglia-Ruskin University, I hereby admit you to the degrees, diplomas and awards which you have been presented with today. As a member now of the community of scholars, take all that you have learned into society and uphold the values of freedom of thought and of scholarship. Our warmest congratulations to you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the ceremony, and I hereby declare proceedings closed. Can I now ask everyone to stand for the academic procession?